Opoku was a 13-year-old boy who lived with his stepmother, Adum, which translates in English as Grace. Opoku was a very hard-working boy who would never relent on his activities at home and other responsibilities even though he was young. Opoku was the son of Mr. Jeremiah Opoku, a much respected man in the Tongwe community. Jeremiah was known for his hospitality, love and care for the community until he traveled to the United Kingdom after marrying Adum, who already had two children, Sandra and Jennifer. These girls were older than Opoku, but Opoku did all the house chores. In the morning, as part of his daily routine, Opoku would walk about 13 kilometers to the riverside to fetch water for his two elder sisters, Jennifer and Sandra, to take their bath before they go to school. Sandra and Jennifer would leave home quite early for school, while Opoku would be working hard in the farm together with her stepmother. One day, on their way to the farm after carrying water for several hours throughout the day, Opoku asked her stepmother, "Mother, I want to ask a question." Adam scoffed at him and then asked him to go on. "Mummy, ever since Daddy traveled, I hardly go to school. Yesterday, I met my teacher, Teacher Kofi, who said he was worried that I was not coming to school." She quickly halted and looked at him viciously, asking, "Who is that useless teacher asking those unnecessary questions? Now listen. If you dare talk to any teacher about your school or anything of that sort, I will sure make your stupid father take you back to your mother's family where food for a day is even a problem. Mommy, I'm sorry. Let this be your first and last time that you would ever talk about schooling. As a man, your responsibility is to learn how to take care of your wife, and that is why, as a good mother, I am taking you through. School is just a waste of time. Don't allow people to be telling you things that they don't even know about. If anyone has any issue with you not being in school, let them come and talk to me." Opoku kept quiet and just looked at her stepmother as they got to the farm. Upon reaching the farm, she took a spot in the shed and asked Opoku to do the weeding all alone. Meanwhile, back at school, Sandra was seated on the laps of Joe Boy, one of the rogue students on campus. While lessons were going on, the two were in the bush having a good time of their own. During this period, one of the teachers who was taking a stroll in the bush to check some rogue student who often missed class to chat in a bush met the two students in a very compromising situation. They were kissing in a bush, while Joe Boy was fondling Sandra amidst the exchange of kisses. "Hey, what are you doing here?" The two split and ran helter-skelter. During that hot chase by the teacher, Sandra trips and falls, twisting her ankle. Then the teacher finally gets hold of her. "Sandra, what are you doing to yourself? Just look at how you've gotten yourself all messed up." She pleaded for clemency, but Teacher Kwejo would not budge. She struggles to get up, screaming, "My leg, my leg." "Have you seen the negative effect of your actions? I will help you. I will take you to the school street and the headmaster would see what sort of girl you are. Your father is struggling in the cold far outside in the UK, and here you are leading a very risky life. Sir, please don't report me. I will give you everything you want." Then Teacher Kwejo tells her to keep quiet. She helps her to her feet and she totters her way through to the school. Few meters away from the school, Joe Boy stealthily moved from the back and hit Teacher Kwejo from the back, and he fell to the ground. Sandra is bewildered and confused by the scene. "What have you done, Joe Boy?" "You've killed an innocent person," he replied. "Would you rather want him to report us so we get expelled, or you'd want him silenced?" "You went too far. This is too bad. How do I explain to my mother that we were doing what we were doing and you killed our teacher?" He then answered, "Well, since you know that you can't tell your mother, that is the same way you can't tell anyone about what has happened here." "This is too much for me, Joe Boy. Why did I even follow you? Then they hear the sound of someone coming, and he puts his hands on his lips. He helps her move, and they go into hiding using another route back to the school. Opoku, as usual, is still working hard in the farm. After preparing a very delicious meal right from the farm, Adam, her stepmother, asked that Opoku send the food to her sisters at school because it will be lunchtime very soon. Opoku, take this, as usual. You know what to do. Go and give this to your sisters. I don't want them to be eating any unhealthy meal. If you go, tell them I love them so much and that they should study hard. As Opoku was about to leave, a messenger carrying a bag full of letters came and met them. Hello, Ma. My name is Obeng. I work with the village post office and we received a letter from your husband. I came home, but your neighbors told me you had gone to the farm, so I decided to bring the letter here. He hands over the letter to her. Her face gleamed with a huge smile as she took the letter and thanked Obeng for delivering the letter to her. Thank you so much, young man. I'm so happy to hear from my husband. I wish you would read the content of the letter for me. My daughters can be naughty sometimes. They can hide some information from me because I am unlettered. So my son, can you read the letter for me? She hands the letter back to Obeng, and Obeng takes his time to open the letter, with Opoku still around watching the entire proceedings. Dear Adam, the love of my life, the brightness and chilly weather here in the UK has prompted me to write this letter to you. I know you are taking good care of my children, especially Opoku, since you'll be the heir to my property when I'm no longer alive. I believe he's doing well. Hey Opoku, what are you still doing here? Didn't I tell you to go and deliver the food to your sisters? Why are you still here? You don't want to get me angry, right? Hurry up and come back so you carry the firewood home and fetch water for your sisters to take their bath after school. Opoku quietly obeys and takes the food and the basket to her sisters using an adjoining shortcut that leads to the school's puff part. Opoku threads his way through the bush and meets the teacher lying in a pool of blood. Opoku, out of curiosity, stopped and decided to take a look at Teacher Kojo. He moved around the teacher who was lying lifeless. He puts the basket down and slowly attempts to touch the body. But he stops as he hears a sound that gets him startled. He tries again. Then he finds the lumber that has got blood stains on it. He looks at it and drops it as he goes closer to the body again. When he gets closer to the body, he uses the stick to turn the body around. Then some of the friends of Joe Boy and Joe Boy himself see that Opoku is going closer to the body. Then Joe Boy and his friends rush in to arrest Opoku, accusing him of killing their teacher. Hey, young boy, hey, what have you done to our teacher? One of them checks on their teacher and realizes that he's long gone, he's dead. Joe Boy then rushes and hits him. You murderer, you imp, you devils incarnate, you've killed our teacher. Why did you do so? They then carry him amidst logs of shouting and chants, we found our killer. When they take him to the school, Opoku set his eyes on Jennifer, who was shocked, dumbfounded and confused. She asked, what's going on there? He's then rushed to the headmaster's office. Then at the headmaster's office, this was what happened. If you just tune into our channel, remember to subscribe and hit the notification for more of our African tales. Remember that Laws of Life GH is now this new channel, and we are producing and telling all our African stories. What happens in episode 2?